Hi, and thank you for joining me. We are going to cook some really fun ideas up. If you're in the mood for a fairy tale, if you're in the mood for enjoying a good night's sleep. Hi, it's Selena, and we are cooking with kids. It's Kids Can Cook. I'm so glad that you're joining me for this video from Montauk Library and hamptonshomecooking.com. Today, I'm going to share with you some really fun drinks for kids inspired by folklore and fairy tales. Our first ingredient would be the banana. Did you know bananas have natural ingredients that can help you get a good night's sleep? Also, milk. Milk can help you sleep and relax as well as melatonin and serotonin all comes into play and helps you feel relaxed and relaxes your muscles. Oh, it's so good. And we always enjoy a fairy tale for a good night's sleep, right? So I'm going to help you with some tips and tricks and fun ideas to get your kids in the kitchen. Today, we're starting off with a Hansel and Gretel inspired gingerbread milkshake. Here we go. This is a great idea for summertime too. So we're going to start off with a cup of milk just in your blender. This is going to be for one serving. And then we're going to use some gingerbread spices, which would be allspice, or if you have cloves, that's great. Cinnamon is very delicious. And also we're going to use some nutmeg. Here it is, ground nutmeg. And don't forget the star of the show, ginger. It's so great to use spices in your cooking. It really livens everything up and really makes things fun in the kitchen. So kids, get out your ginger. We're going to put in one shake, which would be about 1/8 of a teaspoon of ginger. And the same thing for our allspice. It depends on your shaker. This came out a lot. So I'm going to put 2 pinches of allspice, 2 really hefty pinches, which would be about 1/8 of a teaspoon. The recipe will be on Montauk Library's website. And also 1/8 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. And put that in your blender. You can also whisk this up with a whisk, and you can enjoy this hot if you'd like. It's so delicious. The fun part comes when we decorate our cup, which I'll show you in 1 minute how we'll do that. Do you have any molasses on hand? This is a fun old-fashioned ingredient that really brings a ginger flavor to your dish. So I'm going to put a nice tablespoon of molasses in here. There we go. Now, if you're like me and you just intuitively cook, it's super easy. All you want to do is get a teaspoon and just figure 3 teaspoons. It's about a tablespoon. And you can just use your regular kitchen teaspoon, but we're going to come back to that molasses in a minute. So here's my secret ingredient. Do you remember in the wintertime how we have gingerbread man cookies in the grocery store? If you find those, you can use those. But since we're talking about Hansel and Gretel and going up to the gingerbread house, I found these cute windmill cookies by Archway. I love them. Now, these are great for this recipe. We're going to use one to decorate the cup, and then you can dunk it in. And we're also going to crush one, and I'll show you how easy we have it when we crush this windmill cookie. We're just going to take a little baggie. You see I started one already. Put your windmill cookie in there, seal it up, and get a rolling pin. Okay, this is something kids can do for fun. Lightly tap it to break it up, and then take your rolling pin and crush down in the baggie on your cookie. Now we're going to use these cookie crumbles for 2 different things. We're actually going to put some in the shake, and then we're going to use it to decorate the top. And we're also going to make a cinnamon and nutmeg sugar mix to decorate the top as well. And don't forget to add the ginger. I've tried this with fresh ginger, and I have to say, I think it's better with the powdered ginger in this recipe with milk, because the fresh ginger is a little bit zingy. But you can also decorate with fresh ginger at the end of the recipe if you'd like. But I would use maybe candied ginger for that. So take your crushed cookie and add it right in, saving some to sprinkle on the top, to your blender. Now comes the great ingredient of vanilla ice cream. So we're going to add in about a cup of vanilla ice cream. Okay, there we go. And now you can hum a little tune to yourself, sing a little song, tell a little fairy tale of your own while the big noise of the blender goes on. So the fun thing I like to do is serve this in a clear cup. And what we're going to do is drizzle some molasses on the side, and I'll show you how. We're just going to put a spoonful of molasses in the cup and drizzle it up the sides. And one of the fun things you can do, see how that just goes right up the side? It's like a specialty drink for kids. And when this goes up the side, you can also put a little honey in here if you'd like. You can freeze this and it looks super cool. And it kind of reminds you of a fancy store drink, you know what I'm saying? So hold the cup upside down and let all the molasses drizzle on the sides for your gingerbread shake. And now you want to pour in your gingerbread shake. It's really good. See that? On the sides, that's delicious. This tastes exactly like gingerbread. For the top, we're going to take a little bit of sugar, like about a tablespoon of sugar. And this is for one serving. And a dash of allspice, a dash of cinnamon, and definitely a dash of ginger. Little nutmeg. And you can also use this mix on toast with butter, and it's so good. You can have that on the side. Put in our ginger, our star ingredient. And then just mix up your cinnamon sugar and ginger sugar. Put that to the side and then get some whipped cream. Take your specialty drink, put whipped cream on top, and then you sprinkle some of this cinnamon sugar and nutmeg and ginger. Let's get a good picture of that. And put your gingerbread house right on top. And there you have it. It is so good. A specialty drink for kids. Gingerbread ice cream milkshake. And then you can read Hansel and Gretel and enjoy that delicious creation. Now our next drink, we're not going to use the blender for. We're actually going to use a saucepan, or you can make this in the microwave. I know what it's like. A lot of kids have problems getting to sleep. I had one of them. One slept all the time and the other one never slept. So I found that a nice soothing nighttime drink always did the trick. Now this is our Sleeping Beauty nighttime soother with a pink cloud, because Sleeping Beauty had a pink beautiful dress, didn't she? So we're going to take some milk, about a cup of milk per serving. Heat this up in a saucepan. I'm going to put it on my stove right over here. And we're going to add a few things that are going to help your child get to sleep. One of them, banana. Bananas have natural ingredients that turn on a feel-good hormone in your brain and turn on a sleep-inducing hormone in your brain. So when I was growing up, my mom would mash bananas and give it to me with some sugar and some milk, and it always helped me go to sleep. So today I'm going to show you how to do that. You just take your banana, so easy. You can use a blender if you'd like, that's fine. And just take a nice big spoon and just start mashing down on the banana in the bowl. Just mash down. This is a fun thing for kids to do too. You can use a little fork, you can use a spoon. You can even take this and blend it up with the milk before you warm it up. That'd be easy and fun to do. But I'm just going to take this banana and mash it and mash it and mash it with my spoon. And then I'm going to add this banana to the milk. Now, if you're not allergic to nuts, a great idea is to use almond milk, because almonds also boost those feel-good sleep-inducing hormones and help you get to sleep quicker. So almond milk would be a good idea in this Sleeping Beauty Soother as well. So you have your bananas all mashed up like so. And we're going to take this and add about a quarter of a banana to our milk that's cooking on the stove. So I'm going to stir this up, just stirring up the warm milk and banana, and I'm going to smash the banana as I go along and stir and stir and stir. And now something that's really good in this recipe is white chocolate chips. It makes it nice and smooth and sweet and gives you some vanilla flavor. But if you don't want to use the extra sugar, just take some vanilla and add a couple of drops of vanilla to the mix. I like about a handful of white chocolate chips. Put that in there and stir until the chocolate chips are melted. So we're going to leave this Sleeping Beauty soother here on the stove. And you really want to stir it because you don't want the white chocolate to burn. So this is something you have to stir and stir and stir and make sure. So the kids can kind of stand with you by the stove to make sure this is all melted up. Stir and stir and stir. And now, because we're thinking of nighttime and we're thinking of fairy tales and folklore and Sleeping Beauty, what we're going to do is make this a little extra special. So you want to get a nice pretty mug that reminds you of a nice sleepy nighttime mug. Maybe you want to get, whoops, all my mugs are falling down, a little kid's lion mug. And stir and stir and stir your nighttime soother until all the chocolate is melted. It smells nice and creamy and dreamy. And just doing this will be so relaxing and help your child to get to sleep. Stir and stir your bananas and your milk. And now for a little Sleeping Beauty surprise. We're going to strain the bananas out, which you can just do with your spoon. Just kind of get most of the big pieces out. So you can also do this with a strainer if your child's sensitive to pieces of fruit in their drink. There you go. This is really, really good, and it will work. It will get your child to sleep. The bananas and the milk all mixed together with the vanilla chocolate. Now we're going to do something extra special. So you get your whipped cream, take it out. Put whipped cream all on the top because milk is a natural soother. And we're going to put it in a pink cloud, which will be our little pink sprinkles for Sleeping Beauty. Sprinkle it with your beautiful pink sprinkles. And there you have your nighttime soothing pink drink for nighttime. Relaxing with a good fairy tale book. It's a winner, trust me. Now for our last fairy tale inspired treat for kids today that the kids can help you make. We're going to make pudding cups inspired by the Little Mermaid, since it's time for some sunshine on your mind. It's definitely on my mind. So this is super fun. All you need to start is some tapioca pudding or vanilla pudding. Now, I like tapioca because if you want to make this a drink, it can double as a bubble drink because the little beads of the tapioca are so good when you mix it with extra milk. So if you want to make this a drink, just put about a half a cup of milk in a cup of tapioca, mix, 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 and you will have it. But what we're going to do to make this extra mermaid inspired is get my favorite little food colorings, which are the McCormick Neon food colorings. They make perfect colors for your ocean. So we're going to put about 3 drops of neon green and about 3 drops of blue as well. And stir your tapioca, and you will see it will give you a ribbony effect of color. So you're going to stir and stir and stir, and then it will mix up. So you can go for the ribbony look, or you can just go for the pure sea green look like I have here. Remember, this is Little Mermaid inspired. So you're going to fill a nice clear cup with your green colored tapioca or pudding. You can get natural food colorings in the store as well that they have in powder form that don't have the dye. They're from fruits and vegetables. So they were all out probably because of what we're going through right now with the coronavirus, but I got the regular dye. So here we go. Here's your mermaid sea on the bottom. And then we're going to make some beach foam and also some crumbled cookie sand. And this is super easy to do as well. You just take our very old-fashioned Nilla wafers and do the same thing. Put them in a little baggie. Take about 3 cookies or so. Put them in a baggie. And these are easy. You can even start crushing these like this with your hand. Get up some summertime stress. And then take your rolling pin and roll it out to make sand for your Little Mermaid pudding cup. So here we go. I got some cookie sand. Take your pudding cup and just sprinkle some sand on. Woo! Beach sand. Make a nice big beach sand castle on the side, like that. And then get your whipped cream, because this is the beach foam. And put a line of beach foam on there. This looks really cute. Got your sand castle, your beach foam, and your water. And you can even take up the water a little bit and make a wave. Let me get a clean spoon. Take the bottom of the spoon and just make a wave coming up on the ocean. See that? It looks really beachy, doesn't it? Now, I took regular coconut, just regular coconut, flaked coconut, and I put a couple of drops of food coloring in it, and it works so easy. You just stir and stir and stir, and it becomes seaweed. So you take the seaweed, and you just put some seaweed that washed up on top of the beach, and then you can decorate this with so many things. You can get the fishies and put a fish in here. You can get some driftwood, which would be a pretzel, and cut it in half and just stick an old piece of driftwood in there. And what I love is a little vanilla fishy, goldfish. Stick her in there. You can get saltwater taffy. And I like the orange. And you can do this with your kids. Just take the saltwater taffy, take that orange and white piece like this one, and pull it and twist it. And then you can take off a section. This is so fun. It's a twisted section. And if you twist it enough, it looks exactly like a little conch shell. And you can put that right by your fishy. And there you have a delicious Little Mermaid pudding cup. So from Sleeping Beauty nighttime drink to a pudding cup of Little Mermaid, or your lovely gingerbread milkshake, frozen style. I hope you enjoy these summertime fairy tale and folklore inspired treats. It's Selena with Hampton's Home Cooking. I'm so glad you tuned in, and check out the rest of my videos on my website, hamptonshomecooking.com, or go to the Montauk Library Children's Blog archives and you can find what we've been doing all summer. Have a great one. I'll see you later.